Hi, it's Chris Watkin here, joined again by Richard Rawlings, who is an estate agent trainer extraordinaire, and he helps estate agents get higher fees and more listings. Richard, what exactly do you offer estate agents? Talk to me.
Well, a lot of people know that I do face-to-face training, and that's fine, and I love it, and that's great. But one thing I did over lockdown was develop that, because in response to the number of agents, when I was talking to them about doing a listing presentation, and they'd say, "Oh, I wish you could come with me and say that. What did you just say? I wish you could come and do that." And that's been said so many times. I've now developed a suite of what I call client persuasion videos.
Right.
These are just 2-3 minute long videos, and there's a series of about 20 of them. And whatever the problem is, if the agent is expecting that problem or has already handled it, instead of having to defend it themselves or as well as them, just send the client my video, and you've got this independent third-party bloke very specifically telling them why.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So they did that.
Yeah. So it's telling them why, if they overprice their property, they'll end up selling it for less than they could have achieved had they quoted the right price to begin with. All this stuff. Sometimes agents can't get deeply enough into the conversation to be able to give this advice. I mean, I've just done one free one actually for the market now about how to persuade a fence sitter, someone who isn't coming to market because they've got nothing to buy, and it gives them 5 very good reasons why they absolutely should come to market before they've found somewhere. And that can just be sent out to anyone. That you don't have to be in their face, but it's very much there to support the agent. So
and do you sell those videos as a package to?
Yeah, it's a whole sort of suite, and we can have them branded or unbranded. Or agents can even have the script and do their own. Some agents are really good on video and others less so. So lots of ways of doing that. And that also fits in quite well with the other video service I offer, which is market comment videos. So every month, I've just done one yesterday, every month I do a quick, again, a 3-minute snapshot of the market. But it's always got to be upbeat, progressive, positive. It's got to show the agent in a good light. It's effectively me on behalf of the agent, but they get the script as well if they want to do it, as I say. But always, it's always a good reason to come to market. Whatever the market's doing, we find the reason. So there's those. And then, of course, there's training videos as well. The 3 most in-demand training things are the raising fees, of course, which I've done for years. I've got over 80 dialogues. We will get the fees up. That's a done job. Persuasive pitching as well, though, using elements of psychology and persuasion in the most professional and charming way. If you can be the charming expert, the charming persuasive expert, then you're going to get the business. So we teach persuasion, how to persuade. Lots of well-researched, almost scientific, some of it. Some of it you say, well, that's obvious, but if it's obvious, why haven't you been doing it? So persuasive pitching, raising fees, and buyer representation as well as a concept, my sort of buyer representation light version within their business there. And then content, like you're the king of the content, and I'm trailing some way behind you, where I help agents with for their social media or for their website or whatever, but with also, there are hundreds of topics, and just to help that, I want to make that agent look good, and it's got to be forthright advice that is sincerely spoken, well worded, perfectly written, good advice that makes the agent look good. Again, upbeat, but
it's valuable and interesting.
Valuable, meaningful, informed
to the person reading it, not the agent.
Absolutely, and always bearing the personality of the agency. So there's a connection there, and it's a numbers game as well. I mean, somebody said the other day, someone used to use one of mine every 2 weeks. They're now using 3 a week, just with the way social media's gone so rapidly. Content, training, video. And the good thing about video training, it's been slower than I expected to take off. I mean, face-to-face is manic at the moment. But the thing about video training, it's the same material, but you can share it with more colleagues over and over again. New colleagues come on board, they can see the video. It's a permanent library of resources. So I would urge agents to, it's never as good as face-to-face, of course, but it's not so expensive either. So I would urge agents to consider, video training as a really important part of their human resources repository, if you like. Yeah.
Richard, I've known you for 6, 8 years on a
Least,
personal
yeah,
level
yeah.
basis. An awful lot of my clients have used you. Other estate agency trainers are available. Not many of them, mind you. I've always found that strange that there aren't more of you in the UK. But do check Richard out. He's absolutely fantastic at what he does. And he hasn't paid me to do this video. It's just that we're here to do some other videos. And I said, why don't we just do a quick video about your services? So, and if you're an estate agent and you're looking to improve your valuers and negs, then do check Richard out. He's absolutely fantastic.
Thank you, Chris.